Welcome to the Strenuous Life Radio, a podcast where leaderpreneurs, entrepreneurs, men and women learn the essentials and human skills in strenuous life. And now, here is your host, J.R. Hendrick. This is a podcast series, and the way a lot of it is going to be compiled on the YouTube channel, the Strenuous Life TV. This series is going to be called Rich Dad's Kitchen Table Talks. And shall we get started? Here's the first lesson that Rich Dad taught Robert, and I hope you guys are ready for this and get your get like a productivity app or a notepad app or a word processor or however you want to do it, and take you some notes because it's important. Okay. Now, Robert asked his father how he could make some money. His father's like, well, I don't know. I would just use your head. So, of course, he's making money using that toothpaste thing and some equipment. And, of course, his daddy says, well, that ain't how I make money. And why don't you ask Mike's dad? Of course, Mike's dad, his friend Mike's dad was known as Rich Dad. Rich Dad has work at this convenience store for a good wage and everything. And they said, and then Robert complains, well, we're not learning anything. And so they have a little talk about, hey, I'll tell you what, why don't you work for free for a little while and then we'll get together and talk. So after a few weeks, Robert's missing some baseball games he'd like with his friends, and he gets mad, and he's like, I'm not quitting because you ain't paying me nothing, you ain't teaching me nothing. And Robert says, you're falling into the tragic classic mistake, and that is thinking that the rich work for money. They don't. Now, how do they get rich? The saying is the rich get rich anyway. They use their head. The problem is our degenerate culture wants to keep people in this little wagon wheel, the hamster wheel, so to speak, called the fixed mindset. He says, why don't you keep working for free? And then you and Mike, why don't you just use your head, come up with some ways of making some money. So they come up with an idea and make arrangements with the convenience store and the comic book company. They make a comic book library where, people pay to get in the library and everything. But then a fight broke out. And so they kept coming up with ways to make extra money. Make the money. You got to use your head. And the sad thing is, with this degenerate culture, and I think this even with the younger generation, with maybe some rare exceptions, people don't know how to use their head. And that's a huge problem. And I think we know better. We as a people, we should know better to get out of the rat race, the hamster wheel, or as Jimmy likes to put it, rats in maze thinking. Because that's what's pretty much you're doing if you're working for money and expecting a big windfall. Okay, that's lottery mentality. That's lawsuit mentality. What good's that going to do you? Nothing. But you still ain't teaching me, JR. You think Rich Dad taught by just lecturing? highly the same way. Use your head. The same thing as my dad taught me. Use your head, boy. Use your head for something besides just a hat rack. I even had a coach in school tell me that. It's important that I learn that. Because I tell you something, if you don't learn this thing now, you ain't got a chance. Get yourself out of the crappy rat race, the fixed mindset, the hamster wheel, the rats in the maze, and wrap yourself around the chance that the rich need to have money work for them. And the sooner you grasp that, the better off you're going to be to get out of the rat race and be the best you can be. All right, now next week, I promise you, we're going to go on to the next lesson that Rich Dad taught. Robert, get into this. Hope you enjoy listening to Strenuous Life Radio. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of the Strenuous Life family. JR and Rick here saying until next time, don't sit there and take it. No dreams you can take. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can have what others can't. And always remember this. Always remember this. Create, achieve, and pursue happiness. God bless you. Remember this, bottom of my heart. JR really, really loves you. Y'all take care now, you hear?